Should be a fun one here tonight as our international tournament continues here between Team Switzerland and Team USA. Both teams 2-0 in this tournament. Team USA coming off of a dominating performance against Team Hungary. A lot of NHL names on the ice here tonight. Should be very entertaining. As sit back and enjoy this one as we are underway. Moy will bring it up for the Switzerland team as he sends it in deep. And Tage Thompson is there for Team USA. He gets knocked down by Meyer to start things out. Back into neutral ice it comes. Should be a much more competitive game for Team USA here tonight compared to their last one against Hungary. Swiss gain control through neutral ice comes Moy. Pestered on his way in, drops it off, intercepted by Keller. He turns back for Team USA. Sends it in deep around the boards. Nico Hischier, first guy to it. Moy brings it up the far wall. Looking for a center. Back behind. Out in front. Buddy down out in front. One-time try. Couldn't get through. Kesselring floats it in deep after getting crunched at the blue line. Malgin fires on net. Decord knocks it down. Our first stoppage comes just over a minute gone by. Face-off not very cleanly controlled by the Americans, and they'll get it out of their own end. Connor Garland fires on net, and Gione makes the save. Just about 2 minutes gone by here to start this game out. Both teams with a shot on goal now. Face-off control by the Americans. Shea couldn't get a clean shot off. And it's taken away by Team Switzerland. Now a takeaway. Garland scores! Off the turnover, Connor Garland puts it in. And the Americans are up and running. Nothing fancy about it, just a takeaway, and he didn't even get all of it as he kept it at ice level. And it just gets right past Gione for the game's first goal. And the Americans picking up right where they left off against Team Hungary last night. So a 1-0 lead for Team USA to start this one. Kept in by Glosser, brings it in, fires, and Joey Decord makes the save. Decord has played excellent through the first 2 games of this tournament. Started off against Team Denmark, where Team USA won that one. And then everybody knows about the game yesterday. Team USA won 19-0 in a historic game. Pinto was the star of that one for Team USA. Mosier keeps it in, takes it in into the slot, and it never got through as Lacombe got a stick on it before it gets to Decord. Battle for it along the near half wall. Team USA gains control. Garland up ahead to Will Smith, who gets hit at the blue line. Kept alive by Cooley as it floats in back behind the net. Mosier gets there first for Team Switzerland. Hoffman takes a hit. Jaeger will bring it up here for the Swiss. He turns it over in center. Will Smith with a stick on it for the Americans. Floats back into the U.S. zone. Here's Doan up ahead, looking for a center. Right wing, fires, save, rebound, controlled by Mosier. Hoffman floats out to Bershi, who will bring it out of the zone for Swiss. Bershi, backhanded try, swatted away by Decord. And it's controlled on the right wing circle by Team USA. Nazar up ahead with a bobble by Doan, and it floats to the far half wall. Doan gets knocked down by Fora. Battle for it in the corner. Back behind the net now. Comes over to Kevin Fiala. And Meyer will bring it out here for Switzerland. Meyer fires, glove down by Joey Decord. 15:05 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Team USA. Face-off controlled by the Americans in their own net. Here's Matty Beniers of the Seattle Kraken in the NHL, centering it and off the stick as it floats inside, and Gioni finds the puck as he tried to center it into Pinto, who in their last game in this tournament that we are simulating here on NHL 26, he scored 7 goals against Team Hungary, which is a Team USA record in history for most goals in a single game by a single player. Intercepted center by Pinto. Matty Beniers turns back for the Americans. Pestered on his way in. Loses it on the right wing circle. Keeps it alive. Beniers shot off a body in front. And it's back out to center ice. Team USA has to tag back up. Pinto brings it back in. He gets crunched as he crosses the blue line. Down low, Nazar. Nazar pestered. McCarron picks up the loose change. Outside, Laurie. Inside, bobbled in the slot. McCarron can't handle it. And Switzerland gets it out of the zone. Here comes Swiss on the attack. He loses it on the left wing circle. Good defense by Vlasic on his way in. Pinto centers, bobbled, and turned over to Meyer. Fora up top to Moy. Moy goes wide, drops it off for Meyer. Shot goes wide. Might have hit a body out in front. The Americans get it out of the zone again. Will Smith drops it off for Pinto. Into the slot off a body, and it goes wide of the net. Moy turns back for the Swiss. Nico Hischier bobbled to Meyer, and it floats back out to McCarron in center ice. McCarron brings it up, fires, knocked down by Gioni. And Switzerland turns back the other way. Meyer inside, Kesselring takes it away, loose puck in the slot, and it goes through the crease and goes to the far corner. Connor Garland there for the Americans, battling for it as it goes to the trapezoid. Kesselring now bobbles for the Americans. Pinned in the trapezoid behind the net, McCarron picks up the loose change. Hischier takes over in center for Swiss. Bernie up ahead to Meyer as it floats into the American end. Kesselring with a stretch pass up to Will Smith. Waiting for help to come. Smith out in front of the net, kicked away by Gioni, comes into the corner. McCarron back to Garland along the goal line, couldn't get a clean shot off as it goes into the corner. Back up to the point, Kesselring. To the other side, and Loring. Outside, Garland, shot denied by Gioni. .56 to go in a fast-paced opening period. 1-0 Team USA. Face off in the Switzerland end, controlled by the Swiss as it floats to the near side. The Swiss get it back out and neutralized, pestered along the near boards. Americans knock it back into the Swiss end. Kevin Fiala up top. Fiala with a head of steam, looking for a center, drops it off, and it's denied by Joey Decord. Just under halfway through this opening period. Joey Decord a brick wall early, 6 shots on goal for Switzerland. Face-off controlled by the Americans in their own end. Brady Shea up ahead, Tage Thompson now outside Keller. Keller tried to drop it off. Lacombe gets the loose change. Right wing circle, inside, intercepted. And Switzerland will bring it back. Pestered on his way in from behind by Gauthier. And the Americans take over in their own end halfway through this opening period. Goes all the way down, and icing is the call on Team USA. Team USA wins another face-off. Gauthier will bring it up through center. Now Thompson. Back to Gauthier. Shot goes wide. Tip just wide of the net. And it deflects back to Giannoni. 9:23 to go in the opening period. Still 1-0 Team USA. Face-off controlled by the Americans. Inside, Beniers right on net. Denied by Giannoni again. And another stoppage, 9:17 to go in the opening period. As we take a look at Giannone, who has made a couple good stops here early in this one. Gave up the lone goal of this game early, but he has been a brick wall as well. Big threat analysis there for Matty Beniers, who's still looking for his first goal of this tournament. One of the only guys on the American side, Matty Beniers, without a goal through the first two games. Faceoff controlled by Switzerland. And Glosser will bring it up here for the Swiss. Working at left wing, fires, knocked down by Decord. Team USA controls the rebound and will bring it out. Pinto intercepted in center for a moment as it bobbles in, and Switzerland gains control in neutral ice. Glosser to Schmidt. Inside and a bobble. Team USA gains control, exits the zone again before turning it over to Andre Ghetto. Knack will bring it up. Knack works it out behind. Good stick by Pinto. Kept in by Mosier. Mulgin out to Glosser. Cross ice to Mosier. Bobbled out of the zone. And a race for the puck. Controlled by the Americans. Nazar. Shielded on his way in. Centering pass. Score! What a feed! Lacombe on the one-time try, and it's 2-0. Team USA. Beautiful feed by Nazar from the corner. And right down the slot comes Lacombe. And he fires a dart going top shelf over Giannone. 2-0 Americans. Team USA playing very well through the first two games plus of this tournament. Bobbled into the American end. Werenski takes it away for Team USA. And now Kukan gains control for Switzerland. Here's Hoffman. Head of steam up ahead. Drops it off to no man's land. Bobbled in neutral ice. Controlled by Team Switzerland. Fed in deep by the Swiss. 7 minutes to go, opening period, 2-0 Team USA. Both teams with 7 shots on goal to begin. McCarron pestered on his way in, into the slot. O'Connor, right on the doorstep, denied by Giannone. Jaeger will bring it up for the Swiss. Hoffman feeds it in around the boards. First guy to it is Gauthier for Team USA as it comes out to center. Heller gains control. Tage Thompson up ahead quickly. Waiting for his friends. Back up to the point. Lacombe bobbled against the boards in front of the benches. Back to neutral ice it comes. Taken away by Switzerland. Pinned along the boards in front of the bench. The Americans gain control in center and now turn it over on their way in. Meyer will bring it out for the Swiss. Meyer pestered on his way in. Another turnover. Up ahead to Gauthier. Gauthier in alone, cut off on his way downstairs, and Giannone finds the puck. 5:18 to go in the opening period. 2-0 Team USA. Faceoff controlled by Switzerland. Kevin Fiala up top. Fiala gets around one man, fires a shot, saved. Joey Decord goes to the far half wall, and the Americans get it out of the zone. Cooley up ahead to the outside, and Garland back to Cooley. Fires a shot, knocked down by Giannone. Garland behind the net. Into the trapezoid, Bernie pinned along the boards by Will Smith. Garland picks up the loose change. Short-sighted one-timer denied by Giannone as Cooley let it fly that time, and we get a stoppage with 4:33 to go in the opening period. Face off in the Switzerland end, controlled by the Swiss. Now a takeaway. Vlasic turns it over to Ria. And now here comes Kevin Fiala, here for Switzerland. Fiala inside, bobbled into the top of the slot, taken away by the Americans. Garland back the other way for Team USA, drops it off to no man's land. 4 minutes to play, opening period, 2-0 Team USA. Looks all the way back to the American end. Team USA changes as they bring it up. Laurie drops it off for Cooley. Inside on the doorstep, intercepted as he tried to get it downstairs in the slot. Here comes Schmidt. Schmidt cuts inside, fires. What a stop by Joey Decord. Reaches out with the glove and snares it. 3:20 to go, opening period. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Glosser from the point, off a body, tipped around, score! Meyer on the rebound, and Switzerland's on the board as they cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Timo Meyer puts it in. Just got it off the ricochet. The initial shot was blocked out in front, bobbled right into his grasp, and then he let it fly as it hits the inside of the pipe and goes in. And Team Switzerland on the board, and they win the faceoff in center here. Switzerland trying to bring it right back in. Pindle on the boards. Meyer keeps it alive. Centering pass and a deny by Decord with 2:54 to go in the opening period. Hot start to this game. Very entertaining to start between these two nations. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Meyer is in. One pass too many. Back behind is Moy. Sends it back up to the point, and it goes all the way through. Meyer had a wide open look on the net, and he decided to drop it off instead of taking the shot. Moy will bring it up, feed it in deep for Switzerland. Back to it is Kesselring for Team USA. Nazar up ahead, Matty Beniers. Beniers tried to center it. Good stick by Glosser. Schmidt up ahead. Back behind the net. Pass goes all the way through. Kept in on the outside. A shot off a body. Nazar with the shot block out in front as Audrey Ghetto let it fly. Nazar now on the other end. Sends it into the corner. Bobble towards the goal line. Team Switzerland gains control in their own end. Pindle on the boards. Battling along the near half wall. Schmidt gets free for Switzerland. Team USA gains control for a moment in center. Now Knack up ahead to Schmidt. Schmidt goes in wide. Tried to send it in deep. Lacombe with a good stick. Prevents that as we're under a minute to go in this opening period. Gauthier brings it up for Team USA. Gauthier cuts inside, drops it off. Keller bobbles and saved by Giannone. 38 seconds to go in this opening period. Face-off controlled by the Americans. Laurie bobbles, can't handle it. Switzerland had a breakout chance, but Laurie gets back in time. Hoffman takes it away at the red line. Eager outside, Birchie brings it up. Final seconds wind down in this opening period. Into the slot. On net, and Decord finds the puck with 7 seconds to go in this period. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Fora fires, blocked out in front. Goes into the corner. As the final seconds wind down, a chance there at the end, denied by Joey Decord. Much more competitive here in this game compared to the one last night for the Americans. 2-1 our score. After one, Team USA with the lead. Start of the second period. Team Switzerland, Team USA. The Americans with a 2-1 lead as we start the second period. Team USA scored the first 2 goals of the game. Switzerland responded with 1. as we are set to start the second period in a one-goal contest. Meyer will bring it up here for Switzerland, cut off by Werenski. Team USA up ahead with Keller. Cut off on the inside, and it floats back into neutral ice. Thompson brings it up, fires a shot, blocked down, the rebound. Oh, just wide of the net. It went right through the blue paint and just wide of the post. Now Moy drops it off for Hischier, blocked out in front. The rebound controlled by Team USA. Eller brings it up the far wall, looking for a center, drops it off. Thompson bobbles, fires, saved by Giannone. No further play with 18:56 to go in the second period. A minute and 4 seconds gone by. Face-off controlled by the Americans. One-timer into the grasp of Giannone. Lacombe let it fly. He has one of the 2 goals tonight for the Americans. And a one-time try off the draw. Couldn't find the back of the net. And now another face-off here in the Switzerland end, this time controlled by the Swiss. Riot will bring it up here for Switzerland, centering to Fiala. Fires, blocker down by DeCorn. Cooley will bring it back up here for USA. Crowd into it. Cooley brings it up, centers. Swatted away by Giannone. Goes into the corner. Fiala and Cooley battle for it. Smith there to pick up the loose change. And the Americans send it all the way down. No icing. Cooley will start the break in for the Americans. Right down the slot, whipped on the shot attempt. Good stick from behind. Here's Kevin Fiala for Switzerland. Fiala loses it into the corner. Fiala centering pass, a bobble. And taken away by Will Smith for the Americans. Here comes Cooley. Cooley centering to Smith. Into the slot, he loses it. Jaeger with the good defense there for the Swiss. Riot will bring it up, drops it off for Bernie. Shot gloved down by Joey DeCorn. 3 minutes gone by in the second period. Still 2-1. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Hoffman brings it in. Good stick from behind by Nazar. Here's Matty Beniers up top. Cut off by Fora. Turns it over for Switzerland. Fora to Hoffman. Into the slot. Fires. Blocked down by DeCorn. Pinto gets there for the Americans in the corner as he's pestered. Goes back behind. And the Americans will get it out. Here's Matty Beniers up ahead. Beniers button hooks back. Drops it off for Nazar. Shot gloved down by Giannone. They went for a tip try out in front. Pinto is there in the crease. And Giannone finds it. Face off in the Switzerland end. Controlled by the Americans. Into the slot. A bobble. And Switzerland gains control. Knack up ahead for Team Switzerland. Goes into the corner. Back behind. Wraparound try out in front. Werenski with a stick. Tipped around and controlled by the Americans. Here comes O'Connor. Right wing circle. Works it in down low. Back behind McCarron. O'Connor denied. Giannone. Loose puck goes back behind. Switzerland gains control in their own end. O'Connor keeps it in for the Americans. Circles back into the corner. McCarron turns it over to Schmidt. Loose puck in the slot. Controlled by Switzerland as they get it out of the zone. Kesselring back to it for the Americans. McCarron turns back in. McCarron centering pass denied by Giannone as Doan was right on the doorstep. Face-off control by the Americans. Kesselring, good block out in front, kept in. Werenski fires and another save for Giannone. Americans on the attack. Giannone holding his ground. The Americans out shooting Switzerland 20-17 at the moment. Face-off again controlled by Team USA on the point. Werenski just wide of the net. Circles back to the far half wall. Meyer pinned along the boards. Thompson gets the loose change. To the point, Kesselring off a body in front. The rebound controlled by Switzerland, and they get it out. And now numbers if they hurry. Heischer centers all the way through the crease. Gauthier gains control for Team USA. Here he comes. Look at the speed. He's in. Score! Thompson! And it's 3-1 Americans as Tage Thompson puts it in off the feed from Gauthier. Gauthier could have taken in coast to coast. He decided to settle down and drop it off. And Tage Thompson puts it in for the Americans, and they lead by 2. (3-1) Team USA with their first goal here in the second period. Beniers turns it over to Bernie. And now Team USA pesters on their way in, and they take over. Pinto up ahead, cross-ice pass, Matty Beniers. Trying to cut inside, and he does. Giannone makes a save. Back to the trapezoid it goes. Floats to the far half wall, controlled by the Americans. Shea can't handle it. Turnover, and this one goes just wide as Beniers flips it towards the net. Hoffman gains control for Switzerland. 2-goal lead for the Americans. As Jaeger brings it up for Switzerland. Try to square his body, cut off as it goes back behind. As Switzerland works it in deep. Looks to the other side. Only Americans are there. It's Shea for Team USA. Now here's Pinto up ahead. Pinto works it down low, waiting for his friends. Drops it off, and it's intercepted. Loose puck. Will Smith denied by Giannone. Schmidt gains control. He gets pestered, turns it over. Pinto fires, snuck down by Giannone. And here comes Switzerland back the other way. Andrighetto knocked down by Smith. Andrighetto keeps it alive. Drops it off to the point in Mosier. Heischer intercepted by Shea. Will Smith back the other way. Cross-ice pass to Garland. Garland keeps it alive into the corner. Back behind for Smith. Smith out in front. Loose puck goes out to the point. Shea can't handle it. And Switzerland gets it out of the zone. Schmidt pestered, keeps it alive. Heischer now fires, knocked down by Decor. Comes into the corner. Team USA gains control and they get it out. Stretch to O'Connor. Cuts to the net. Score! O'Connor puts it in on the minor breakaway. And it's 4-1 United States. Right to left on the forehand, nothing fancy about it, just a breakaway opportunity for O'Connor. And it's 4-1 Team USA as they're taking over here in the second period. Singenthaler centering pass intercepted by Laurie. They tried for the one-timer in the slot. Thompson brings it back in for the Americans, drops it off for Laurie, left wing circle. Laurie inside, tipped around, it's loose. Into the slot, Team Switzerland gains control. Singenthaler with a bobble keeps it alive. Cut off by Vlasic. And up ahead to Gauthier. Gauthier cuts inside, intercepted on the inside. Loose puck! Score! Keller! Look what I found, and it's 5-1 Americans. Taking over in the second period is Team USA. Just a loose puck in the slot. Switzerland couldn't handle it. And it was just a gift there. And Team Switzerland's going to change goaltenders. As Charlin will come in here for the Swiss. So 5-1 Team USA now. They've scored 3 goals in the second period, icing the call here. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. A shot gloved down by Decor. McCarron will face off against Muljan. McCarron wins the face-off for Team USA. Cross ice to Werenski inside O'Connor. Down to McCarron. Back to O'Connor. Pestered to the far side. O'Connor keeps it alive, working it down low. Out in front, Doan couldn't handle it. Switzerland gains control. We're over halfway through this second period now with a 5-1 Team USA lead. 3 goals in the second period for the United States. McCarron. Centering pass. O'Connor on the doorstep. That one doesn't get through as Giannone might have made a good save there. Kesselring takes over for Team USA in center and feeds it in deep. Allows for a change. Meyer brings it up here for Switzerland. Floats it to the near side. Turns it over. Werenski pestered on his way in through neutral ice. That one goes in on net. And Joey Decord stops it there. 8:08 to go in the second period. Face-off controlled by the United States. Smith off the wall. Cooley had to hold up to stay on side. Drops it off for Smith. Denied by Charlotte. Face-off controlled by the Americans. Kesselring off a body. Comes into the corner. Garland. Disrupted by Mosier, who flings himself to the ground. Garland keeps it alive out in front, stick to side, goes back behind into the trapezoid. Glosser there for Switzerland, and he feeds it just down the ice to get it out of harm's way, icing the call. So a reset there for Switzerland. Intentional icing, and they win the faceoff in their own end. Turnover. The Americans keep it in. Laurie off the side. It deflects back high off the windows. Laurie keeps it alive out in front, intercepted by Mosier. And Switzerland will get it out as he's pestered on his way through. The Americans take over in center. Connor Garland cuts inside, trying to drop it off, and it's taken away by Switzerland. Moy now pestered along the boards by Matty Beniers. Garland in down low. Garland cuts inside, denied, and another try, score! On the rebound, Connor Garland. What an effort. 6-1, United States. First try was an excellent save by Charlin. Then the rebound by Garland, he's able to sneak it through as Garland was trying to get up. And he found the open side on the right side of Charlin, in between him and the pipe. And Team USA has scored 4 goals here in the second period. 4 unanswered goals for the Americans as they're taking over this game. Nazar pestered as it goes back behind. Kept alive by Pinto. A lot of bodies in there. Switzerland turns it over. Pinto denied. Out in front by Charlotte. Beniers keeps it alive for the Americans. Outside to Shea. He gets pestered. Loose puck into the neutral ice. Smith gets back for the Americans. Smith brings it in wide. Pestered back behind. Cooley back to Smith. Cooley escapes. Up top, Shea off a body. Goes to the far half wall. Matty Beniers there for the Americans. Works it down low. Beniers out in front. Good stick. Didn't get through. Jeff Hoffman gains control here for Switzerland up ahead to Birchie. Taken away by Shea. Shea circles his own net. Sends it up ahead to Doan. Doan tried to settle himself. Good stick by Kukin. And Switzerland gains control. It's Jaeger. Along the near half wall. Pinned along the boards. The Americans get out. Doan to Shea. Downstairs. Smith. What a stop by Charlotte. Another try. Back up to the point. Shea. Score! Tipped in out in front. And another goal for the Americans. It's Josh Doan. Beautiful redirect out in front. And the Americans have taken over. (7-1) Team USA. What a second period for the Americans. Five unanswered goals now in the period for Team USA. 7-1 United States. Keller brings it back in, drops it off for Thompson. Another try turned over to Knack. And now up ahead, Andre Ghetto circles back inside. A shot knocked down, Joey Decord. 3 minutes to go in the period. Face-off controlled by the Americans. Keller floats it in. Gauthier tried to get a shot off as it goes wide of the net. Circles back to the goal line, controlled by Switzerland. Off the wall. Here's Riot, who turns it over. Switzerland has had very little offensive zone time in this period. It's been all United States just dominating this period as Switzerland tries to bring it up. Here's Kevin Fiala. Trying to cut inside. Good defense by Kesselring. 2 minutes to go in the period. Nazar cuts inside, drops it off, intercepted by Fiala. Goes to the far half wall. Nazar and Fiala battle for it there. Floats back up to the point, and Werenski inside to Pinto, tipped around into the grasp of Charlotte. Minute 40 to go in the period. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. 90 seconds to go in the period. Meyer works it down low. Centering pass intercepted by McCarron. O'Connor up for the United States. Takes it away. Mosier does for Switzerland. And they get it out of the zone with just over a minute to go in the period. Nico Hischier drops it off for Moy. To Meyer now. Downstairs, goes wide of the net. And it deflects into Decord's grasp with 54 seconds to play in the period. Face-off controlled by Switzerland for a moment. Now Team USA gains control back behind their own net. Circles over to O'Connor. He's pinned along the far half wall. It floats in towards the net. Vlasic gets there for the Americans. Final 25 seconds wind down in this period. Doan inside. Laurie takes it in, and it goes just wide. Laurie gains control. Back out to Vlasic, who fires off a body. Final 8 seconds wind down of this period. One final push here for Switzerland. Schmidt settles down, pestered on his way in, and that'll do it for the second period. Dominating second for Team USA. They score 5 unanswered goals, and they lead 7-1 here over Switzerland. Start of the third period. It was competitive after the first. It was 2-1 coming out of the first period, and then Team USA took over in that second period, scoring 5 unanswered goals, and now leads 7-1 as we start the third period. Switzerland trying to find something to try to make this a game again, but it's going to take a lot here against a very good United States team. We have not had any penalties in this game. It's been 5-on-5 this entire time as Keller takes it in and is swatted away by Charlotte. Switzerland works it in their own end, and now they get it out. Siegenthaler tried to take it in. Good stick by Kesselring. Keller cross ice to Gauthier. Drops it off for Thompson. Tic-tac-toe. Score! Keller for the second time, and it's another goal for the Americans. They lead 8-1. Gauthier to Thompson to Keller. Tic-tac-toe. A little bit of a bobble, but Keller keeps it alive. And he sneaks it past Charlotte. 8-1 United States. 6 unanswered goals for the Americans. Fiala brings it in for Switzerland, works it in down low. Malgin outside, short-sided Riet, denied. 18:36 to go. Let's take a look at Joey Decord's night. He has been excellent, gave up just the 1 goal here against Team Switzerland. He's coming off of a shutout bid in their last game against Team Hungary, and he has just been knocking down everything in between the pipes tonight for Team USA. 20 saves in this game, and he is just seeing it coming at him every single time for the most part. 21 shots on goal for Switzerland. Decord has saved 20 of them. And here is a penalty called on Switzerland. So Team USA will empty their net for a moment. Extra attacker in for the United States. Drop off, denied. Rebound, score! Or no, did he make the save? He did. Wow, what a stop by Charlotte. But we do get a penalty as we get a hold on Riet, on Will Smith, and our first power play of the game belongs to Team USA. First power play of the night belongs to the United States. They lead 8-1 and are looking to add on. Switzerland will exit the zone. They'll bring it up shorthanded. Jaeger works it into the corner. Good pass to Fora. Back behind. Out in front, Hoffman couldn't get it off, and the Americans take over in their own end. Werenski brings it up. Errant pass goes all the way through. Switzerland gains control in their own end for a moment. Fora pestered along the boards. He gets it up to Jaeger. Now Hoffman with a bobble. Short-handed for Switzerland. A turnover. Here they come. Team USA. Shea Thompson denied by Charlotte. 1:07 to go. Tage Thompson has had a good night tonight. He's been firing it around on all cylinders. He has 1 goal tonight for the Americans. But he's been pestering these goaltenders for Switzerland all night long. Here's his goal on the drop-off from Gauthier. 8-1 United States. Power play continues. We've got 1 minute and 7 seconds to go on the penalty. Face-off control by Switzerland. And he turns it over. Smith keeps it in the zone, and now it pesters out. Smith back to it for the United States. Cross ice to Garland. Now Kesselring. 45 seconds to go on the penalty. Garland gets crunched on his way in. Fiala feeds it in deep. 30 seconds to go on the penalty here for Team USA. 8-1 lead. Smith brings it up. Try to center inside. Good stick by Mosier. Switzerland gets it out of the zone. They'll bring it up short-handed again. Mosier drops it off. Glosser fires off a body. Loose puck in the slot, controlled by Team USA. Final seconds of this power play wind down. Kesselring brings it up. Switzerland back to full strength as Smith brings it in, and Charlin denies. Goes into the corner, so Switzerland kills off the penalty, our first power play of the game, and Team USA can't capitalize. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Look out, downstairs, couldn't handle it, and Beniers takes over. And now up ahead to Cooley. Cooley works it in down low, centering pass off of Charlin. It deflects in the air, back behind the net. Nazar keeps it alive. Cooley inside, denied. Pinto on the shot, and Charlin makes the save. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Meyer will bring it up here for the Swiss. Head of steam up ahead, looking to drop it off. Bodied out in front. And now here comes McCarron. 3-on-1 in favor of Switzerland, and they take it away. Hukin turns back here for the Swiss. Drops it off to no man's land, turns it over to the United States. O'Connor feeds it in deep. Oh, big hit. Heischer picks up the loose change for Switzerland. Here's Meyer up ahead. He loses it on his way in, taken back over by Switzerland at center. And now the Americans back the other way. McCarron, Cadone takes it in, denied by Charlin, and it comes out to center. Hoffman drops it off. Schmidt, Meyer, denied. Joey Decore. 13:47 to go in the third. Face-off controlled by the Americans. 8-1 our score. 1 goal here in the third period. They scored 5 goals in that second. Inside, Beniers scores! Matty Beniers adds on to the Team USA lead on his first goal of the tournament. And it's 9-1 United States. Domination once again for Team USA. The United States brings it back in. Pinto sends it in on net, swatted away by Charlin. Pinto battling with Fora back behind the net, and Pinto pinned along the far half wall. Andrighetto brings it out here for Switzerland. Andrighetto floats it in on net. Decord swats it away. Goes back behind. And it floats to the near half wall. Pinto there for the Americans. Vlasic up top. Centers it in downstairs, and Charlin finds the puck. A little too far on that pass there from Nazar. 12:23 to go in the period. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Birchie brings it up. Into the slot, knocked down by Decore. Pinned along the far half wall. Hoffman keeps it alive for a moment. Now the Americans take over behind their own net. And they'll bring it out of the zone again. Good stick by Bernie in center. Jaeger turns back for the Swiss. He gets hit hard on his way in. Hoffman floats it to the far half wall. And it comes out to center. Mosier pestered as he works back into his own end. Thompson takes it away out in front. Stopped by Charlotte. Face-off control by Team USA. A shot goes just wide off of Charlotte. Switzerland gains control in their own end, and they'll bring it out. Intercepted in center by Keller. Paige Thompson working it wide. Thompson back behind the net. Out in front, score! Gauthier. And for the second straight game, Team USA has hit double digits, this time against Switzerland. Riot brings it up here for Switzerland. They trail by 9 goals here against Team USA. The United States just looking for some competition in this tournament right now. Them and Canada on opposite sides of the pool at the moment. Here's a shot in on Decord, and he denies that one. He has made 23 saves on 24 shots on goal. It floats back into the Switzerland end. Kukin pestered by Cooley, who takes it away. Outside to Shea. Garland spins, fires, and a good save by Charlin there. 9:33 to go in the third. Face-off controlled by Switzerland. Here's Meyer. Hischier brings it up here for Switzerland. Centering pass to Meyer. In on the doorstep, they score! Roy, I believe, is the one that put it in. No, it was Nico Hischier. And Switzerland gets their second goal of the night here against Joey Decord and the Americans. So Nico Hischier of the New Jersey Devils in the NHL puts the second goal on the board for Switzerland at the 10:45 mark here in the third. And it's an 8-goal lead for the Americans. Hischier brings it right back in. That one swatted away by Decord. Meyer now out in front. Moy couldn't handle it. Floats into the crease, and Team USA is there. O'Connor pestered as he tries to get it out of the zone, and he will to Shea. Now Doan. Doan brings it up ahead, trying to get his way into the slot, and he's cut off on his way through. Here's Moy. Moy pestered on his way in. Here come the Americans. O'Connor comes in wide, centering pass, a shot denied by Charlotte. 8:07 to go in the third. Face-off control by Switzerland. 8 minutes to go here in regulation. Taken away by Nazar on the doorstep. Charlin finds the puck. Face-off control by the Americans. Good stick by Mosier. Mosier sends it in back behind the net. Laurie gets there for Team USA. Nazar right through center. Nazar squares up and fires, and Charlin makes the save. 51 shots on goal now for Team USA. They've hit 10 of them. They lead 10-2. Another dominating performance by Team USA here in pool play. Face-off control by the Americans. Morey inside to Beniers. Downstairs, Pinto short-sighted, couldn't finish. And a penalty called here on Team USA. Extra skater in for the moment for Switzerland. Knack to outside Argighetto, denied by Decord. Team USA touches it, and we get a power play here for Switzerland. It was Shane Pinto who gets called for a hold right behind the net. And a power play upcoming here for Switzerland, their first of the night. So both teams with one power play now. Team USA 0 for 1 on the penalty. We'll see if Switzerland can get the upper hand in that category. The power play here for Switzerland. Here just over halfway through this third period. Face-off controlled by the Swiss. That one deflects off a body and goes into the corner. And Kesselring flips it up and out. Molgen will start the break in here for Switzerland. Drops it off for Riot, who bobbles on his way through. And the Americans take over and flip it out again. And now they win the race for the puck. Doan short-handed, intercepted by Kukin. Riot taken off his stick by Werenski. And the Americans clear the zone again. They'll bring it up short-handed here. Kesselring whiffs. Gets it back right there on the doorstep, intercepted by Kevin Fiala. Under a minute to go on the penalty here for Switzerland. Fiala pestered on his way through, and Garland takes it away, flips it up and out. No shots on goal on this power play here for Switzerland. Jaeger gets crunched, turns it over. Beniers turns it back over. And here comes Switzerland. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Now 3-on-2, and it denied by Decord. 19 seconds to go on the penalty, and their first shot on goal on this power play was right there. Face-off controlled by Team USA. Vlasic flips it up, kept in for a moment, now back out to center. Final seconds wind down on this penalty for Switzerland. Just one shot on goal on this penalty. Heischer lets it fly, knocked down by Decord as the penalty expires, and Team USA hills off the power play. Back to full strength, and Decord makes another save. Face-off control by Switzerland. Bora lets it fly. Decord flags it down. Face-off control by Switzerland. Bernie fires. Decord just got a piece of it. Goes back behind the net. Floats in on Decord, who stops play. 4:25 to go here in the third. Team USA looking to get their third victory here to start this tournament. And hand Team Switzerland their first loss of international play here in this tournament. Bernie on the point. Bora squares his body. That one goes wide. Might have hit a body on its way through. Hoffman keeps it alive here for Switzerland. Works it back out to Fora. Fires off the goalpost. And it comes out. Shane gets the rebound, and Team USA gets it out of the zone. Keller squares inside, whipped on the shot attempt, comes out to Gauthier, goes through the crease. Bernie gains control for Switzerland. Fora brings it up here for the Swiss. Inside pass intercepted by Lacombe as they tried to get it inside on Decord. Tage Thompson to the other side, and Keller. He gets pestered on his way through. And Bernie turns back here for Switzerland. Bernie outside, Heischer. Outside, Fora now a shot. Finds Decord. 3:01 to go. Face-off controlled by the United States. Under 3 minutes to go here in the game. 10-2 Americans exploded in that second period. Back behind Will Smith. Out in front, Cooley, wraparound, drops it off, tipped into the glove of Charlotte, who keeps it alive. Back out to center, the Americans take over, 2.5 to play. Cooley outside to Garland, who brings it in. Pestered by Bernie on his way in. Knack goes in wide, drops it off, a whiff on the inside. That was a good shot attempt by Switzerland, except he didn't connect with the puck. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Andrighetto, taken away by Cooley. Switzerland keeps it in this side for a moment. They keep it in as he's pestered. Schmidt, left wing circle, back out to the point. Tip just wide of the net. Schmidt gets there into the corner for Switzerland. Back up to the point. Schmidt, left wing circle, denied. Rebound, goes wide of the net. Andrighetto battles with Werenski in the trapezoid as it kicks out to the near half wall. Kesselring there for the United States as McCarron will bring it up. O'Connor now couldn't get a shot off. Goes back behind with less than a minute to go in the game. Dominating performance once again by the United States, especially in that second period where they scored 6 goals to really blow this game wide open. Few more goals here in the third after it was 2-1 after the first period of play. It was competitive to start, and then Team USA just kicked it into another gear. Riot behind the back pass, blocked out in front by Laurie. And Beniers will bring it out here for the Americans. Beniers inside, Doan, score! Another goal for Team USA, why not? Their 11th of the night. It's Josh Doan for the second time tonight. Assisted by Matty Beniers. And Team USA looks unstoppable. Eleven to 2 our score. Team USA with a 9-goal lead. And that looks to be what the final score will be unless Heischer can put this one in. He cannot. Joey DeCord makes another save. And we've got 3 seconds left before Team USA moves to 3-0 in the tournament. Just a dominating performance by the Americans. Scored 6 goals in that second period, didn't look back. And that will do it. Team USA 3-0 in the tournament. Another domination. This time over Switzerland. 11-2 the final score. Joey DeCord once again excellent in between the pipes. And Team USA cruises on to a 3-0 start here in international play. Team USA, it looked competitive early after the first period. It was 2-1 our score, and then Team USA exploded in the second period and didn't look back. They win it. Final score 11-2 over Switzerland. The Americans move to 3-0 in the tournament, dominating their side of the pool.